is the proof on the truth you speak? Fires blazing, fragile, naive, casting iron to the face, mask oblique. Sick inside, I'm trying to make you leave. Evidently, eventually, not a friend but a foe, nothing but an enemy. You should probably just go. I don't have any time to be censoring. Possibility if I can kill the thing. Hallucinations, educated, education, evaluation, motive converted, inserted, embedded, credited, assassinated. Inversion of curses to be editing. Open course of a back hammering. Everything you ever said was a lie to me. Intended was a turn to bleed. Unforgiven the status that is developing. What matters is answers that you're told to bring. Devil with the devil. There is doubt in your life. We speak fake, make believe, don't say anything.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 18 of Horror Corridor, and we are here with Randum45 and Nivek from the Unforgiven. What's up, guys?
What up?
What up?
How's it going?
It's going good, man. It's great to see you guys. You guys aren't living that far from me, actually, just like an hour away. I've actually seen you live a few times the last couple months, which has been fantastic.
Dope.
It's kind of cool, man. We're like in the same scene now, and I'll be coming out to your shows anytime you guys are playing now, and I'm really glad I got to check you out. So,
Hell yeah, bro.
do you guys want to introduce yourselves real quick, individually, maybe starting with Random, since he's on the left of the side of the screen for me?
Yeah, so my name is Random, the Dark One Land Shark. What's up, everybody? Yeah.
AKA Randum45. What up? I'm Nivek.
What's up, ass?
Everybody fucking doing?
Well, thanks for coming on the show. First off, I want to ask you guys, how long have you been in a group? First of all, because you guys are kind of new, but it seems like you've been putting out music at least a few years.
2.5 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you guys are pretty well established, considering so far.
Oh, yeah.
You're making a pretty big splash, especially locally.
Trying to.
Yeah. It seems like first time I saw you guys was at that Rock the Dock tour with Scum, and already I was like, oh man, they have a fan base. Like they got the sick merch. It's like the shirt, bought that there, and like people knew all the words and shit. I'm like, where has this band been, man? Like I've been looking for something like this
Hell
in
yeah.
the area, and it exists. And yeah, so I kind of want to go into your sound real quick. It's a lot different than a lot of the underground stuff. I wouldn't quite. I mean, this is kind of a horrorcore show, but I wouldn't quite call your guys' stuff horrorcore. But I think it appeals to the style of music that horrorcore fans like. So, how would you guys explain your music style?
Well, I would say, so when it comes to the horrorcore aspect, I feel like there's more of, like it sounds like we're saying it, but we're not. You know what I mean? In a sense, in our lyrics and our music, we say it without saying it. So like a lot of our songs, if you really take a look and listen, some of them we don't even cuss in. So it's like, but in a sense, they would probably slap explicit on the cover still because we sound like we're cussing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, with our music, we dabble in basically a little bit of everything. We dabble in the underground hip hop, fucking trap metal shit, metal, new metal. We're very diverse, so you get a little bit of everything with us.
Yeah, that's what I love, and like we'll get more into what's coming out soon. But you gave me a little bit of a preview on a beat on what you guys are coming up with. I was like, damn, man, this is like a whole new world for you guys. So I'm super excited to see what's coming up.
I mean, if you listen to like our song Hollow God, I mean, that's more so on the new metal stuff. So
yeah, I was going to get into that a little bit later too, but that's with your O-Dreamer, right? Your buddy. Yeah. So yeah, we'll get into that too. First off though, I want to go back to the beginning. Since there's two of you, it's going to be different answers for this, but what got you guys individually into rapping?
Go ahead, Kevin, you start.
You go first.
All right, so originally, I know I've probably said this on interviews before, but I've been pretty much writing and doing freestyle music like before now. I was like probably in 4th to 5th grade making music, just on paper, man. I was writing as soon as I could write. I was putting lyrics to paper, and all through school, I just freestyled. I rapped. I was listening to everything. I was involved in a lot of different, we were kids, but we were in different circles. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I was the only white boy in the circle for a long time. So I got to see what it takes to be that type of freestyle artist, and so freestyling kind of like I got interested. So I said, man, I want to do it too. But my name derives from me being in circles and not rapping, just like rolling blunts and listening. Well, one time I just they didn't know. I just came out of nowhere and started rapping. So one of my homies, back then my best friend was black, and he was like, listen, he was like, you know how motherfuckers be talking. He was like, well, listen, bro, your name's Random because I've never seen you rap and you just randomly came into the circle. So, and ever since then, in that circle, they called me Random. So, and then the homie was like, yo, you sound like a 45 when you rap, like blah, blah, blah.
Oh,
so
cool.
I just kind of ran with the Random45. But originally my name was Random Killer. I was Random Killer because I could just freestyle at will, and it'd just be at random times and shit like that. So, but yeah, I just been into the music game since I was a kid. And then that's one thing, man. I've had a lot of friends and a lot of homies that have rapped along my side, and they've all given up or they stopped rapping eventually over time. And I'm still here.
Oh yeah. And the first time I ever saw you, you weren't even playing, but you were at a Yak Nasty show, and things were just kind of getting slow, and things were going kind of a little weird in between sets, and you just picked up the mic and you were kind of hosted.
I remember that.
You kind of hosted, dude. And it was cool. It was just, you kind of livened up the joint. People were laughing.
Oh
and stuff.
My God. Just randomly at a show, grabbed the mic and walked up on stage during a show that wasn't even mine. That seems to happen all the fucking time.
Yeah, well, it's cool, man. You got a nice loud voice and a good persona, so it makes sense. I wouldn't be surprised if someone asked you to host an event eventually.
Yeah. When we were on tour, Kevin was like, yo, they're asking you at Mystery Bar. They were like, yo, they want you to host the whole show. I was like, fuck yeah, why wouldn't I want to?
That's cool.
So
man.
I just did it. And then that was cool because I got to keep the mic on me, a wireless mic. So I was outside chilling and I was saying shit.
That'd be funny if you said some accidental shit that came over the PA.
Yeah, but I was in a world, one tour, one venue. It was cool.
That's dope, man. So Kevin, Nivek,
Yeah.
how did you start rapping?
Well, before I started rapping, back in the high school days, I used to be a vocalist for a few different garage bands, kind of back in my day and everything like that. I started when I was 16. I just turned 34, so 17 years almost now. So, but now I started off as a metal vocalist and just, was big in the metal scene and everything over in Port Orchard, Bremerton area. And it was more so the hardcore scene and everything back in my high school days. Mm-hmm. And then 12th grade, at the end of 12th grade, I moved over to where I'm at right now in Auburn, and my little brother moved over here, and I ended up just getting a recording program, and we started messing around with it, and he's like, man, we should start a group. And so we started just, fucking around on the recording program, and we started this group called Deadly Poets, and started off with 7 people. And at first, I didn't rap, but I didn't know what the hell I was doing, and I kind of just started doing it, and progressively, started getting better, and then started doing shows and everything. So, but what really got me into rapping was my big influence, Necro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Super, yeah.
Me too.
super back then influenced by Necro, Benny Paz, Jedi Mind Tricks, Block, Diabolic, all the East Coast underground stuff,
Fuck yeah.
Nonfiction, Ill Bill, all of them.
Army of the
So,
Pharaohs.
yep.
Yep.
So like that's what got me. Like I listened to some of the stuff and it was like brutal and it was like in your face and it was straight to the point, and I was like, man, I like that. And so I started kind of taking influence from those guys, and then started doing my thing. And then I went by the alias DJ DP back in the day when I was under
Double
Deadly Poets.
penetration.
Yeah, fuck that. And then then after that group kind of like died down, I kind of was like, man, I kind of want to kill off that image, that name.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? Well, when I was still DJ DP, I came out with this album called Me Against Myself. And when I was thinking about coming up with the alias Nivek that I am now, Me Against Myself, you seen myself looking into a mirror, but the mirror image of myself was reaching out of the mirror, but it was a demonic me. I was like, you know what? That's the other side of me. I said, that's my mirror image right there. That's the side that I don't want, people to usually see come out of me in everyday life. I said, okay, what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? And I was like, see what happens if I switch my name backwards. So on my recording program, I like reversed my name and it came out Nivek. I was like, that sounds pretty cool. So basically, Nivek is Kevin backwards. It's the mirror image of myself, this persona, and this persona is more in your face, it's aggressive. It's the I don't give a fuck. So like that's what you're getting with this style now.
It's
so,
like Evil Dead 2, Evil Ash. Like that kind of reminds me of that when Ash looks into the mirror and sees the evil version of himself.
Basically,
It reaches out and grabs his throat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Nivek
that.
was like some Viking shit or something before. I
mean,
actually was like, oh wait, Kevin backwards.
Yeah, I mean, I do got Norwegian blood in me, so
yeah, so
yeah,
kind of fits.
So
the
we
vibe.
can say that too.
Yeah. So what led both of you guys together?
Random.
So
because it technically started with you.
So June 4th, 2014, I came back to Washington State because I had left as a child, man. My parents, I was born here, and then they decided to leave.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like 8 years old when I left. So I hadn't been back in 19 years. But I'd been making music everywhere other than here. So I wanted to make music in my home state. So I decided to come up here. And originally I didn't tell anybody that I made music at all. And this homie that I was hanging out with, he knew the Deadly Poets. And there was like a house party that was going on, and at this time they just knew that I was some juggalo or something, whatever, hanging around. They never knew I rapped. So, but when the first time I met Kevin was at that house party I went to with a friend of mine.
It's for my birthday.
Yeah. And well, this
was
a different house party before your birthday.
It was?
Yeah, this was a house party at Mama Kayla's.
Okay.
And yeah, and then you invited me to your birthday. But I barely knew you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
surprised he knows that far. I only remember my birthday fucking meetup. That was about it. Motherfucker comes to my birthday, brings me a whole fucking gift basket full of fucking bottle rockets and Fago. I'm like, what the fuck?
That's true, dude. For real.
Hey, this dude just brought me a big ass basket of soda and bottle rockets.
That's dope.
It was a big ass basket of Fago, bro. So I had like this big ass picnic basket, and I was like, what should I do for this dude? And I was just like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm buying every flavor of Fago. And I like fireworks, and I had like hella fireworks, so I just like threw in a bunch of packages of Black Cats, and Went to the house, dude. Pulled up, was like, hey, and then ever since then, like, it's funny because I met a bunch of rappers there that later down the road, you know, we've done stuff with now. But yeah, man, I was like, you know, wondering what was happening. I think that after that day, like me and Kevin never really lost contact, man. And it's been almost like 9 years, I think.
Wow. And then the group actually started 2.5 years ago. So like what kind of popped into your brains to be like, let's just do something?
All right, so I was doing my solo stuff, and I did like a few shows under the solo name Nivek, and basically how the group started without even starting. It was at this show that we did at the substation in Seattle a couple years ago, and it was on our friend Shua's group show. His group's called Hazmat Crew, and it's like him being from here, and then the rest of his guys are from Canada, Vancouver, BC area. And so they asked me to do a show, and I only had a little bit of time with my set list. So to fill it up, I was like, hey, Random, do you want to, you know, I'll do half my time, you can take the other half. So we started rehearsing with each other, and he started learning my hype words to my shit, and I started learning his hype words to his shit. So we went and did the show. After the show, people were like, you guys are a group? We're like, nah, we're just solo stuff. We just knew each other's hype words. And they're like, man, you guys are very good together. You sync well together. You guys did good. And a couple months after that show, Random was like, hey, man, let's start a group. I was like, I don't know, man. I just got out of a group. You know, I was like, I don't know. You know, like
on to the next.
I was iffy at first, and I was like,
and mind you, we've been friends and we were hanging out at this time a lot. So it was like,
and he's like, come on, let's start a group. I was like, you know what? Fine, fuck it. You know what? You want to start a group? Let's fucking do it. And this is how we need to do it. So
that's awesome, man.
It just fucking happened. I think our first song that we came out with was actually kind of like on the metal side of shit. Yeah, actually, yeah, it was Vexation. And then our second song that we came out with, it was called Chemical X, and that was more so like that shit? Aggressive. It's somewhere out there.
Yeah, I don't think I saw those ones on Spotify.
Yeah. But that one's real metal, though. It's like a real metal song.
I did see like a bunch of tracks that were listed as singles, but they had the same album cover. It was just like the Unforgiven. It had a picture of two of you guys on.
Oh yeah. So like, when it comes to Spotify, like, I mean, you have our album on there that I uploaded through our distribution company, but I also put shit as singles. So like at the time, that was 33. Yep. Basically, the things that came out before the album release was, you know, it was the singles and everything like that. So
yeah, there's some awesome singles on there too. One of the ones I really liked was the one we mentioned earlier, Hollow Ground with O Dreamer.
I mean, Hollow God, sorry. Yeah.
Might mix up a few words here because I was like going in deep on your music, but yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Go as deep as you want, man.
That song's sick, man. It reminds me a lot of Korn is the easy one to go to, like the backing track. Yeah, like it had the guitar tones of like Follow the Leader style kind of. But like you guys did a lot of different stuff on the vocals. Do you want to talk about that track a little bit?
So when I got that beat, I told Random, I said, hey man, let's really step outside of our box. Let's step out of our comfort zone. Let's step out of the norm and do something different that we've never done before, and just do a complete 360 on people.
Yep, you will always hear me rapping, and on this particular track, I don't rap.
Okay.
And that's never happened.
Yeah, he does more so singing.
Just the singing stuff.
Yeah.
And so most of the singing stuff, that's Random, right?
I can't sing.
Okay.
I
you scream.
Like, yeah, so basically what he can't do, I make up for, and what I can't do, he makes up for.
Yeah, it's really good too, Random. Like it reminds me of Alice in Chains or Godsmack or something like that.
And
Like,
Boom! There's the Godsmack again.
there you go.
hey,
So like you hit it right, the nail right on the
Like
head.
if you listen to Relive, our song Relive at the end when he holds his notes, that part was how, because I kind of tweaked it a little bit to where there was like a certain reverb, and what inspired that last little part at the end of his verse on Relive was inspired by Voodoo and Serenity, the way that Sully
Yep.
does the singing and everything.
yeah, I've only
And
heard the
same with
first Godsmack
Falsifier.
album, but it really reminds me of that first Godsmack album.
Yeah.
Yep. And so that's one thing that you'll learn about me is that those are my artists that I went to as a kid too. Like when I was younger, I was only bumping Godsmack, Alice in Chains, Korn, Slipknot, Linkin Park, everything that was like out in those times, you know, like around the like early 2000s. Like that stuff stuck with me. And so when we did the song Falsifier, I was like, man, we really got to do a sound that people are familiar with. So that's why on Falsifier, I'm like, there is doubt in your eyes. Like that type of tone. And so, yeah, I mean, those are my favorite artists. Like,
and then the bonus track too. What is the bonus track called? In Time, I think.
In Time, yeah.
That one also has that style of harmony that you're doing.
We see that song a lot of people don't know about that song because one, it's our hidden track, and like we're gonna perform at one of these times. We're gonna bring it out to perform.
It's like
it's just a very difficult song to do.
I'm actually gonna put it on the video, probably at the beginning or the end or something, just because I really think that's one of your slept on tracks because it's really good. I mean, you guys got a really good melody on there, but it's hard as hell. So
like some tracks that are kind of like in that new metal style. It's kind of like Falsifier, In Time, Hollow God, Every Time I would say our track All I Am, and we got Relive. There's a few other ones too. Also too,
Sifting
Embers.
Embers.
Hollow God. Yeah, Sifting Embers. Like we took a different route for that one too. Like that's the first time we've ever did anything that like slow on the slow pace, but more so on a different subject, like of talking about death to where people can all relate to the subject and shit, stepping out of our norm and everything like that. So, and basically that song, when we wrote that just a little bit ago, a few of our street team members had a couple of their people that they know passed away, and both me and Random, our dads had passed away and shit. And
at the same time,
I know the passing of our dads passing away and stuff, that's been on our mind for a while, and so that's how that song kind of became. So
yeah, that's a banger, but it's definitely got dark vibes to it for sure.
Yeah, like as soon as shout out to Bankcard Beats for that beat, when I heard that beat when he posted it up, I was like, that shit, it speaks to me, and I know exactly the subject that's going to be on it. So
I love his beats. They're all over the place now, but I'm glad that you guys used them.
Our song What They Won't Say, that's actually produced by him too.
Oh, cool. Who does the rest of it? Like, who does some of your other tracks?
Maisie 666.
Maisie 666?
Yeah, Scythe Gang.
Oh, from Scythe Gang? Yeah, I just checked out Scythe Gang for the first time like a week ago through you guys, because I've seen you play shows with them before.
Yeah.
What's your connection to them?
All right, so when I was doing Nivek, switching into the Unforgiven, I reached out to somebody to do a visualization for Vexation, because at first it was going to be my actual solo track, with just seeing how me and him fit, but it ended up just being an Unforgiven track after all was said and done. But when I posted hey, I need a visual for this, I'm looking for an AMV, Zab hit me up, and Zab is the bass player from Scythe Gang, and a few months later, after we formed our group, I was like, I reached out again looking for somebody to do a music video for us. Well, Zab hit me up, was like, hey, I do music videos. Well, Zab came out to do our track Wasteland, filmed it for us, and Maisie came out with him. That's how we met Maisie. And then later that night, the homie yung.strife, the homie yung.strife ended up coming with Zab and helping film some of our nighttime shots for that video. And that's how we met him. But
that video is fucking awesome, by the way, man.
Thank you.
That video is great. Strife is so good at videos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Did he direct that one?
He helped Zab kind of direct a little bit.
Oh
of the
yeah, you said
shots.
Jab did it. Oh yeah, okay.
Zab, yeah.
What's his name?
But King Zab.
King Zab. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm a noob when it comes to them, so
it's okay. It's okay. But no, that whole album is recorded, mixed, mastered, and produced by Maisie.
Oh, that's dope.
Little fun fact about it: the intro track, the Purification, the beat is Maisie, but the guitar playing is actually my friend that I've known since junior high. His name's Joe Valdez. Shout out to him. He's the one that did the guitar work on that. And then Exodus, our outro track, I did all the little sounds, the samples and everything in there.
Well, that's cool.
Made the beat, yeah.
That was you had an Evil Dead sample on there too.
Yes.
So speaking of Evil Dead, one by
Evil
one
Dead.
we will take you.
Yeah, Evil Dead, Exorcist.
Hell yeah.
A couple other things in there.
That's cool, man. So I wanted to get into your lyrics a little bit. What are the topics? Because it seems like you guys have very diverse, eclectic, like you kind of jump from one thing to another a lot. So kind of like, what is the style, would you say? Or like, what do you talk about?
So
anti-religion.
I pick up on that for sure, the anti-religious stuff.
The religious shit, because we continuously get, people trying to force shit on us every single day, to the point where it's just like, fuck, get suffocated with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But like the song Falsifier, that song is about liars. From top to bottom, that song is nothing but about liars and how we don't like liars. All I Am is more so like our fight track, coming for that glass jaw.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, like we write.
The way that we want to come off, I guess you could say, is the way we want to come off to people is in the spectrum, because of you'll see like falsifier is derived like visually in the music video and in the sound itself. It all is on the same fucking level, man. Like it doesn't change like for 1 second about what it's about.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you look into the lyrics, like just another liar preaching to a different choir, burning down the empire, setting fire to your crown. Like that's Nivek coming from like a point of view of saying, you know what, you're lying, you're a liar straight up. And then my first straight off the bat, where it's like, where is the proof on the truth you speak? Fires blazing, fragile, naive, casting eye into the fakes, mask oblique. I'm sick and tired of trying to make you leave. Like that's like dealing with those type of people. So like,
we might lose him because where he's at.
He might need to turn his Wi-Fi off.
Yeah. But no, like basically, man, we get inspired by all the unforgivable acts out there by mankind, man. And the things that basically drive us to write the way that we do with our lyric style is we're the voice for the people that don't have the voice to use. And what I mean by that is all the anger, all the hate, all the shit that's just built up inside of a person that person's too afraid to say. We say it for you in our music. very in depth with the mind, you know, like I want to go into the mind of my listener and actually have them really think about what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
I like, you know, like I like to have a listener stop and think like, you know what, that motherfucker's right. So
It's also I was telling him that there's a lot of replay value in your music because like you kind of have to decipher your guys' words. Like you can listen to it multiple times and get a lot out of it. Where something like Vinny Paz, which is like, you know, he's a legend, but like you know exactly what he's saying as he's saying it. With your guys' music, let's like you can decipher it and like think of it different ways. So I think that's cool.
You know, that means a lot to me because I'm that type of guy that when I write, I'm writing from a perspective of like 5 different perspectives. Like that, if you were wondering about like how my lyrics are, like I've always thought about it in the past of how I could make it to where you could get more than one meaning out of one sentence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when I write, like you'll see how it's kind of cryptic.
Yeah. Cause like I've seriously had this album like playing in my work car. Like I just took it out so I could show it for the show. But like since I bought it from you guys the first show I saw you guys at, and I'm still kind of like listening in on the lyrics, trying to like memorize them and like trying to decipher them, and there's just a lot there. So big props on that.
Yeah, so, something that one of our friends said, one of our fellow artists, his name's Sick One. He was like, man, I've never heard it. Like everybody can chop Random, but I've never heard anybody do what you did on Falsifier. Because on Falsifier, where I'm like, I don't have any time to be censoring possibility if I can kill the thing. And then I go, hallucinations, dedicated, education, evaluation, motor converted, exerted, embedded, credited, sedative. Like that type of, how big the words are. Mm-hmm. It's hard as fuck. I ain't gonna lie to you, like how big the words are to say back to back like that. But I'm so used to it that it's just like the way that I've always rapped. So, but Sick One was watching us and he's like, oh, I love this song. He's like, because of that part right there. And he was like showing his homie. He was like on tour, you know, when we were on tour. He was like, look, Random's part right here. And he's like, and I was like, yeah, man, that made me feel like 100 times better about like, you know, how I rap because, you know, I was thinking that maybe people couldn't catch it. But
yeah, it's awesome, man. Like I'm super excited to see where your guys' style is gonna go too, because like we're
Nivek is the same way.
Like one album too.
Yeah, Nivek's the same way, man. Like he's got a style. Like a lot of people say that they hear Suicide Boys mixed with like Ghost Main, mixed with like, you know, like modern rap, but mostly they're like, yo, I've never heard anybody spit like Nivek.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me, I don't know, maybe it's the braids, but it kind of reminds me like Dope D.o.D. or something like that.
Yo.
Yeah.
Jump head first down into the abyss, bitch. Fucking with my clique. Yeah, that shit's ridiculous. Yo, like, I love Dope D.o.D., bro.
Yeah. Shit is ridiculous. So what is the origin?
Ridiculous is trying to maintain these. No.
Yeah, seriously. But props, man. Those things are fucking beasts.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad, guys. I had to end up going to work. That's probably why my phone cut out, because I was on Wi-Fi.
Also good. I do a little bit of editing, so we'll cut the rough parts out.
Perfect.
I want to get into the meaning of 33 and what happens when you've been marked.
So the meaning of 33. So basically, how that is, man, is both of our favorite numbers are 3, and so things happen in 3s for me. Things happen in 3s for him. Combined it together. So, and you know, 33 together symbolizes mine and his fucking connection as a group, as friends, as brothers. You know, everything that we do happens in 3s.
That's cool.
And what's weird, man, as soon as we came up with that name 33, we always look at 3:33 on the clock.
You know, and it was so natural.
every
almost.
day, and then
Like literally, the album was like 33. I was like, oh, that shit's that's it. That's it. That's perfect.
yeah,
Because it came together so easy, you know.
That's dope,
you
man.
know, we see things, you know, in threes all the time. We see the number 3 all the time. Like I said, you know, that number 3 is our favorite number, and then you bring 2 threes together, it makes 33.
That's
And
crazy.
then
Crazy that
that's
you
our
guys have that
rendition.
link. Like,
Yeah, that's our rendition of
So, but
33.
when I tell everybody to put their 3 in the air,
yep.
and you know, I
Yeah.
make sure everybody's doing it, and they put it to their face. That's because you're a part of our brotherhood now.
Yeah.
So it's not a
Male
bad
or
thing, right?
female.
No, it's not a bad
We're
thing.
not cursing ourselves when we do that.
No, nobody's
Right.
getting cursed. Nobody's
Are they?
getting sacrificed.
though?
Are they?
Or maybe, I don't know.
Are they?
Maybe our souls are going into the Unforgiven pit when we die now.
Yep.
Yep. So where does the name Unforgiven come from?
Kevin,
So-
you tell 'em.
Yeah. So when we came up with this name, man, like, you know, basically everything out there, man, that people do. I mean, all the unforgivable stuff. We want people to relate. You know, like, you know, there's so much bullshit in this world. There's a lot of unforgivable shit, and you know, like I was telling you, kind of like off air, like, you know, I think a couple days ago, we're the voice for the voiceless. All that unforgivable shit, all the anger, all the hate, all the emotions that somebody cannot let out, we let that shit out in our music. And all that unforgivable pent up shit, all the unforgivable things of the world that, you know, it may piss somebody off, may piss off the next fucking person. That's what that name comes from.
And it just rolls
it's
off
not
the
because
tongue,
we're
too.
unforgiving. It's not because we're unforgivable. It's because of the fucked up shit in this world, all the bullshit. So
Yeah. And that release, I think, is important, too, with you guys, because between the mosh pits that happen during your shows and then also the screaming that you guys do, like, you don't scream directly in the mic because you're belting it out so fucking hard that you can hear it over the fucking PA system.
yeah, like, well, like our
That's
first
something
song
about
33. Our first song 33, I scream without the mic. Yeah.
Yeah. It reminds me of, like, fucking Danny
Yeah.
Filth from Cradle of
Oh.
Filth or something, just like that.
Like fun fact, when we were on tour at the Oregon show at 1823 Mystery Bar, my screams were so fucking loud I blew out one of their monitors.
Actually, he blew out a speaker each night. Like something happened each night. Because like there was one night when
Not at the
He was
fun
doing-
house.
well, there was at some point, yeah, it shorted out at the Funhouse, but you kept with it and it kept going.
No, that was at the first show.
Okay, well, something's always happening when it's convenient as fuck, like out of nowhere.
Like my screams, like, I mean, I'm not trying to say, you know, oh, I'm the loudest screamer on the planet, but my fucking screams are so fucking loud, man. Like,
It
one of our
distorts
street team members at a house party over at Random's house wanted to like challenge me to a scream off, and I was like, man, you don't want to do this. And so
I
we were
wouldn't
in
wanna
a
be
closed.
around.
No, we were in a closed room. The door was shut, and fucking we were screaming, and I screamed so loud, everybody's fucking ears were ringing and shit. Like that. That's how, yeah, bro. Like I made my own ears ring, man. Like,
Yeah. See, I have this problem. I don't know. Does this happen to you when you're screaming? Does noise come in even harder, like because your ear holes open up? Does that ever happen to you? Oh man, because if I'm screaming and I'm hearing a loud noise, it's twice as loud. So.
see, I've been dubbed as the pterodactyl of this group.
You are. That's exactly what that is.
Back in the beginning, check this out though. To know that he's a pterodactyl for real. Look, back when we first started, like 2 years ago, when we were practicing our new shit, we never knew it yet. We would practice, like he would practice his screams. I would practice the vocals where I could and where I couldn't. And one time he showed me, I was like, yo, do that shit directly in front of me. and he screamed at the highest he ever could directly in front of me. And when that happens, if he's right on, like if you're on the front of the stage and he screams like on 33 right in front of you, it's so loud that your eardrums actually top out and it goes in your ears.
Damn, I was wondering about that because you're so close to him when he's doing it.
Yeah, so like
I'm used to it. That's why we used to do that.
Damn, do you ever wear earplugs?
Nah.
Oh.
With my screams, like this high pitch, the higher pitched one that I do, that's actually a new scream that I recently started doing. I had my original screams have more of like a raspiness to it, like the yow.
Yeah.
That's the shit I used to do back in high school type days and shit. And then fucking now it's the ow.
Yeah,
that shit. So.
I've heard some of the deeper growls kind of on other songs too, which so that's
so more... if you hear a deep growl too, sometimes I might be in there worked in, but it's like his scream is always going to be top heavy. To where his scream, you're always going to hear the high pitched over mine. Like in Hollow God, I say, yeah, like really low like that. Every time it's
trying to get this guy to scream. I'm trying to get him to scream.
Him and our homie Mike always be trying to get me to scream because they're the screamers, you know.
So you guys have done some collaborations so far with some pretty big names. We talked about O-Dreamer, who's like he's kind of local, right? Like
he's local.
Yeah,
Tacoma.
I actually haven't heard of him till now, but like it's pretty sick stuff. Scythe Gang 666.
So we haven't collabed with them. We just mainly just beat wise album produced. And then Zab with video wise. I mean, if you want to count that as a collaboration,
it's like a business collab.
Fact show, bro. That they personally asked us to be on was their first show at Scythe Gang. They wanted to do it in El Corazon.
Yeah, it was at
Scythe Fest.
But our first collab with this group was with our homie Shua. It was a track called Control, which is pretty cool.
Shit, I forgot about that song.
Yeah, and then we've done shit with yung.strife, which is d.o.d now. Shout out to him.
Hell yeah.
And then obviously O-Dreamer now. Fun fact about Hollow God, the little singing between my verse and O-Dreamer's verse, that's actually Randum's sister.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
And she's working on music too right now, by the way. She's been
cool.
That's all she's been doing.
What kind of music is she gonna do?
She sounds like Amy Lee from Evanescence.
Oh, nice. That's cool. Who produced the Hollow God song?
So
Kevin.
I forgot the name of the producer on that. But as the mix and the recording and all that, that was all me.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
That was cool, man.
Like all the new stuff besides 33 is all pretty much produced and mixed by him, but then we send it out.
Not produced. Just
we send it out to
recorded and all that. So
yeah. You got the beats from Bad Mind and stuff.
Like I said, Hollow God though, I forgot the name of that producer. Yeah, I know it's on the actual track on YouTube, I believe. So
okay. And then Doc Gruesome.
Doc Gruesome is the other collaboration too. He was on our song Soundwave. I know that we have a couple different side projects that we're working on with some of the boys from the tour as well. So that's more collaborations.
So and that's so I don't know that much about the Cerebus Click, but is that those guys Cerebus Click? And then are you guys part of the Cerebus Click or just homies?
Who knows?
Just homies. They're just homies.
All right.
Yeah.
That would be fresh though.
They're homies.
Yeah, well, it seems like you guys are always around, so it seems like a cool bunch of dudes, and like
shout out to
lots of creativity in that group too.
Yeah, shout out to Doc Gruesome. He's actually the one that did the whole entire art for the album and the disc art.
Oh damn! Yeah.
Every single logo that we have, from the one that you're wearing on your shirt, he did that one. He did our None logo that we have, our newest logo that we have, the two pegs,
the 33, everything.
33, yeah, our decaps, everything, our word art, yep, those. So anything art-wise, anything art-wise that you see from us, Doc Gruesome has done.
That's done.
If anybody doesn't know who he is, go check his ass out. Doc Gruesome. Hit him up for artwork, whatever. Dude's a savage. He's a beast. So that's one business partner I am happy to fucking know.
That's awesome.
Dude is real down to earth and humble too. So.
And you know what's cool about him, man? Oh, he's young, dude. So, I mean, we're older heads, you know.
Yep, he's got a lot of time ahead of him to put in.
Okay, it is.
Yep.
Yeah. And who knows? Like, it'd be crazy if he keeps the mask, or who knows where he'll go. You know, what if he loses the mask one day? That'd be nuts.
Only we know what he looks like.
You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah, you sound fine.
Okay.
So I think that's a good segue talking about collaborations. I met you guys before I even walked into the show. My homie con-crete was telling me about you guys. He's like, these guys have been my friends for a very long time, and they've been fans of my shit. I'm fans of their shit. I think you'll like them. So when did you guys meet up with con-crete?
So, fun fact, when I was 16, I've been into horrorcore since I was like 14, right? And so I was looking because I was one of them kids that would go to school with like a fucking ICP shirt or a Twisted shirt, and I'd get fucking, reamed by teachers and shit. So I just wanted to go as in deep as I could. So I found con-crete through SKR when I was young. Mm-hmm. And so I was bumping serial killing records, and I was bumping con-crete when he was like 24, like 20. He was way older than us, because he's got like 11 or 12 years on us. Yeah. So I was in high school bumping con-crete, to be honest with you, and I never, ever, ever met him until I came to Washington. And ever since I met him in person, we just clicked and been good friends ever since. And, it's like con-crete's my boy, honestly. Like, he calls me pretty much every day, just while he's at work, too, doing the mail route. He's like, man, it's hot as fuck. He's like, all right, I have to be out in this shit. Like, I'm like, I know, dog, I feel it.
If you're watching con-crete, stop vlogging on my damn vlog.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You vlogger.
Goddamn vlogger. You vlog stealer. You vlog son of a bitch, you.
con-crete's a dude, man. He's probably listening to us at work right now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so con-crete, call me after this. We'll talk about the episode. Or he'll probably call you, Random.
Yeah, he usually does.
Yeah.
I texted him today, and he texted me back immediately, like always. He's like, man, it's hot as a motherfucker.
Actually, Random is crazy, because I kind of have the same thing as you. Like, I was delivering pizzas in 2009, listening to fucking SKR compilations and, getting into con-crete and stuff. And now
That's what I'm saying.
Now I'm friends with him. I'm filming for him. I'm doing social media stuff with him. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's the shit, bro, because
starstruck almost. But at the same time, he's so humble, you can't really be too starstruck.
I actually met con-crete back in the day in my old group, Deadly Poets, playing shows at Studio 7 in Seattle a lot. So that's how we cross paths.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, but real shit, man. When I was listening to SKR back in the day, there was some shit that was going on in the music that my parents were trying to take con-crete away. Because I had a con-crete album that I got from a friend that was burned. And they used to hear it, and I think my mom got a hold of it, and she had all my CDs one time, and she's like, you see these? When I got grounded, she snapped them all in front of me.
I've heard that story a few times.
17,
Yeah, I've heard a few kids that had that happen. That's messed up.
Yeah, so it was all about strange music, like Tech 9. It was all about Tech 9, ICP, Twisted, Dark Lotus, and it was about SKR, con-crete, Satanic, Brazikill, Bloodshot. It was about Mission Infect. I was bumping Mission Infect from 2003 and onward.
Hell yeah.
I knew about Low Key and shit like that when I was younger. So I kind of got into the horrorcore scene. And then, plus I was a juggalo. So. Yeah.
Well, if you ever get bored, check out some of our older episodes, because we got some Mission Infect guys, we got some SKR people, we got some KYP people. So.
And see, with con-crete too, man, that guy's on his fucking grind, man. He's doing it. So.
Oh yeah, dude. And he's doing better than ever. His stage show.
Yeah.
Check out the Funhouse stage show. It's on this channel for anyone watching, because he's just wild the whole time. He doesn't.
Hey, I was
down.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I approve that message.
Yeah.
Another thing too, me and con-crete have a tradition, man. Every time, because for some reason lately, for the past 2 years, every show that we have, he's either on it or he shows up out of nowhere. And I said, fuck it, let's do a tradition and let's take a picture every time I see you at a show. So I just pull my phone out and take a picture of us. So if you look on my Facebook, you probably see like 50 photos of me in Concrete.
Yeah, I seen you guys at the. I think you were at X-Rated show too. I think that was like the first time I ever saw you. Was like
Tech Nine.
I saw a picture on Concrete's Tech 9 show. Yeah.
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 Tech 9 with X-Rated and yep.
Yeah. That must have been a good show. I mean, X-Rated's comeback looks. I've seen this stage show, looks nuts. Now.
It's crazy, man. They're wheeling them out and shit.
Yeah.
On
a cross.
On like one of those. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what I heard somebody say the other day? That they said that X-Rated is dead. I was like, dude, you're fucking tripping, bro.
Did they mean figuratively or like?
They thought he was really dead. Like, I was like, no, bro. He just got out of prison and he got signed to Strange Music immediately. And prison isn't the end of the line, man.
They might have thought it was like some conspiracy, like they got like a fake X-rated fill-in to come in and like like a body double.
Yeah, but you can't miss X-rated, man.
Yeah.
And I gotta get you some more merch, man, other than a lighter, a CD, and a shirt.
Yeah. Hey, man, I'll take anything. But let's see. What else do I want to talk? Let's talk about Seattle Pacific.
What about those?
Let's talk about that. Your merch.
What about these?
Jones Soda. Speaking of Seattle, it's a Seattle-based company, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that works.
I mean, people are like, a lot of people are like, why don't you rep Seattle in your music? Yada yada. I mean, hi, how's it going? I mean, if this doesn't scream Seattle with our stuff on it, then I don't know what does.
Dude, and that's like, to me, that's a big deal because I don't know if you guys know who Casey Heath is. He was a professional skateboarder from Olympia. He had his own Jones Soda, and that dude was my idol growing up. Rest in peace. And so he had his own Jones Soda bottle. I had that up on my shelf for years. So now I got to get an Unforgiven Jones Soda bottle. I'm going to get them all, yes.
But. I mean, we got the flavors that we've had. I mean, right now we have the green apple, the strawberry lime, the orange cream. We've had pineapple cream, bubble gum, cream soda. I know that we're wanting to do the root beer.
Man, we got hella.
You guys got to get those Thanksgiving flavors.
I actually looked into those, and it's like they're really, really hard to get.
Yeah, I bet.
Super hard to get, but
right? Like they
turkey
only come out around Christmas.
Turkey and gravy flavor.
And I bet that's just like the first run still. Like nobody's even drank them yet, so they're like probably 5 years old.
The homie of mine, Hard Luck, he's actually in a group called Bad Influence, but he said an old collection of the Jones Soda holiday shit. He said, man,
they were like, drink this.
He said it was turkey and gravy, Brussels sprouts. I think because it was for Christmas, and he's like, it was candy cane. I mean, I see candy cane being okay.
Yeah.
And then he said it was like cranberry sauce. So I see the cranberry sauce one maybe tasting like cranberries only. And then the candy cane one being that mint flavor, but Brussels sprouts.
You know what it would be good for? Like, when you're hungover and you need to throw up, but you can't? Like, you just take a sip of that and like...
Fuck.
Yeah.
That would be so bad, bro.
Yeah, on a hot morning.
No, I'm not down. I'm not down. I'm not down. Word has it that the Unforgiven has a dipping sauce and a hot sauce coming out.
Oh, no way.
Working on it.
I'm all about hot sauce. Actually, our future guest, Lyrazone. Have you guys heard of Lyrazone from down in Vancouver? He's metal, wicked shit. He's pretty good, really professional stuff. But yeah, he's doing a hot sauce too. So nice. That's sick, man. Is it gonna be what? Are you gonna go for like ghost pepper shit? You gonna go
I want something that's gonna burn a motherfucker's butthole.
I feel like an Unforgiven shit's gotta like send you to hell.
The hot sauce has gotta be the hottest shit, but the dipping sauce is gonna be good. Like you'll be able to put the dipping sauce on anything. You know.
All right.
It's something that we're like, talking about, trying to work on, figuring it out on everything. It's like it's not being done yet, but like we're trying to figure it out type deal. So it's definitely in the works though. So
Any other merch
I'm
in the
thinking of
works, like sweatpants or something? I'm always
actually
I'm
we
always in for
just dropped
sweatpants.
we just dropped some jersey shorts on our website
Oh,
and
nice.
some slides.
Oh, word.
So I
we're
know
probably gonna
that
have booty shorts and panties and bras.
working on those. But yeah, that's for the females. I
You
know.
don't get to decide who wears those once they're paid for.
I mean, I guess. Shout out to all the weird people, I guess.
No, we're
I
gonna
know
have the booty shorts are gonna say whose side are you on the ass.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I know that we're trying to work on getting hats and then patches. A lot of people have been asking for hats and patches.
Nice.
So
Word. I feel like the hats could come with spikes on them too.
so we have hats that have a crown of spikes on them, but that's street team exclusive.
Damn, I just guessed that too. So
Yeah.
cool. I got a question. So you just put out a solo song, Nivek.
Yes.
What's that called again?
Malevolent.
Malevolent. That's dope.
Yes.
That's dope.
Thank you.
Very dark, atmospheric, kind of
Yes.
slow, but like keeps it moving. Random, are
Yeah.
you gonna do any solo stuff?
So I have a couple of solo songs that I've been working on that are actually done but need to be just fixed up
Touched.
and shit, you know. But this one that I'm working on that is going to be released is called Out to Get You, I guess.
Word?
Like, or you know, it's originally called Demons, but it's going to be called Out to Get You because of what it sounds like. But I can send you a clip of it. Just add me if you're on Facebook with me.
Yeah.
I'll send you the song and you can hear it.
Oh,
We're
hell
in
yeah.
that group chat.
Oh yeah. Word. I love that.
Because Nivek loves that shit, bro. He thinks it's fire as fuck.
I do.
Awesome. Do you think you guys are gonna do full solo albums, or are you just gonna do a couple singles here and there?
That's what it's about. Like we'll do singles, we'll do collabs, but we are working on an album right now, and we got all the beats ready, and everything's almost written. So don't worry, that album's coming.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that.
Basically, like with the solo stuff, man, like we're keeping people on their toes, man. So like doing that, that's it's not, oh wait, Nevik did a solo track. What's going on? Oh, Random did a solo track. What's going on? No, we're not splitting up.
Yeah.
It's we're keeping things interesting.
It just
as
gives
we go.
people a different angle, kind of.
Yeah.
Different angle of your music. I like it though.
Yeah. I mean, you're still gonna get that Unforgiven flavor, but you're also getting our own unique flavor at the same time. So we're giving you two different worlds at the same time when we do our solo shit. So
Nice.
yeah.
So what are your guys' top 3 favorite nu metal bands?
Go ahead, Random.
So my favorite, regardless of how old or young it is or whatever, will always be Corey Taylor and Slipknot.
Yeah.
Like Slipknot's my number one for nu metal.
Yeah.
And I mean they're metal, but they're not entirely nu metal. But so I was a Linkin Park fan because of the way that Chester would do his singing, and so Mike Shinoda, or however you say his last name, I always forget. That's the reason why I like Linkin Park. So even today, Linkin Park is one of my favorites because it's the metal and hip hop mashup.
Yeah.
And
they did a
so
back and forth. It was good.
Right. And I like to think of the Unforgiven as a crazy, real hybrid fucking version, like something that's really like extreme version of Linkin Park.
Yeah. I can see like the DNA from Linkin Park in there.
Exactly. And then that's how I'm able to do what I do, because I was bumping Linkin Park for like my whole life. So, but yeah,
I'm gonna
pretty much those two.
I'm gonna give you 5 instead of 3. So Korn being 1, then Slipknot, Cold Chamber.
That was a big one for me.
Mudvayne, and then this new band that I recently stumbled across called Chaosium.
Is that the one you sent me?
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah, you sent me that one. It sounded like Korn, like exactly like Korn.
Yes. If you close your eyes, it's like listening to Korn, but then
Yeah.
when you look at it, it's not. It's like if Mudvayne met Korn and had a baby. Boom, there you go.
Yeah, that's cool,
But
man.
they're like a different type of new metal. I mean, it's like, you know, it's that real new metal shit. So, and
You
then
know,
I
I personally do like all them too. You know, like
mean, Il Nino's cool. You know, I like them. I mean,
Does Fear Factory count as new metal, or are they more like cyber metal or something?
like industrial
Yeah.
metal type. Yeah. I know, and then old school Limp Bizkit shit, you know, like the older
Fuck,
Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, like actually, first 5 albums I could probably listen to, but like it's debatable on how good some of it is. You know what I mean? Like, like I'd say like $3 Bill Y'all's got like pretty solid tracks throughout, but like as the albums go on, it's like less and less good tracks.
Chocolate Starfish.
That's got some good songs on it, actually. Though.
Yeah.
Actually, the production.
So did you
on
ever
that album
hear
is really
the
good.
remix album of Limp Bizkit with Wu-Tang?
Mm-mm.
That shit's fire, bro. Even today, like it's remixes of Limp Bizkit songs, but they've turned into hip hop beats back then because it was like 2004 when it came out. But it's like Chocolate Starfish mixed with Wu-Tang.
Wow.
But I mean, when it comes, you know, all said and done at the end of the day, man, I'm big on the thrash metal scene.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you like about that too. Like, what are your favorite thrash bands?
Slayer, Testament, Exodus, Creator, Destruction, fucking Sodom, fucking.
Who's not your favorite? You know.
There's Death Angel, you know, fucking. So many fucking good thrash metal bands out there.
You haven't mentioned Anthrax yet, which is my favorite. Are you an Anthrax fan?
I like Anthrax.
All right,
I love Anthrax, man.
Good. Cool.
Fucking Knothead, man.
And fucking,
not man. I mean, not man.
Yeah, not man. Knothead's like that's a local guy, right?
Yeah, I like him too.
Yeah.
So you guys, I know this isn't like new metal or anything because it's like kind of straight up a little bit metal, but the newest group that I just like kind of been fucking with for the past couple of months is Ghost.
Oh yeah. A lot of people are loving Ghost. I've never really gotten fully into them, but
they're a Sweden band and they have Grammys already.
Yeah. I remember their first few albums. My friend was playing for me. He's like, dude, it sounds like Blue Oyster Cult, but it's like new. And he played it for me. I'm like, dude, this sounds like 70s music, like straight up.
Yeah, man. With me, I'm more Bay Area thrash metal and shit. Old school 80s thrash metal shit, you know, all thanks to my dad, you know, rest in peace to him.
Yeah.
But he's the one, you know, that basically got me into music. So
Hey guys, I was gonna say, wasn't there a question on there about scary movies?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, and is there any other questions? Because I have to go into work.
Oh, you got work?
Yeah, I got to start at 6, but I'm okay. I'm still just chilling.
Oh, no problem. Like if you're okay with Nivek doing the rest, or we could just do a couple more questions and finish it up. So.
Well, I mean, I don't mind Nivek doing it, but I was gonna say my favorite scary movies of all time that or they're
Normal
not really
Activity. No.
No. My favorite ones are No Matter What is The Devil's Rejects, The House of a Thousand Corpses, and pretty much anything that's gory as fuck. I mean, I've always been into it. Like when new scary movies come out and people are like doing the jump scenes and getting scared, I'm laughing the whole fucking time.
I'm the same way. I went and saw Nope last night, that alien movie. And
yeah, I heard about that. Don't tell me.
Yeah, well, I was trying not to laugh during certain parts, and like, yeah,
yeah.
It's like when I went and saw Hateful Eight, and I was laughing at the wrong parts, and like, yeah, it's just a problem I have. I'm morbid, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, Nivek told me you were into horror movies, and you guys are also into like ghost hunting and stuff too, like paranormal stuff.
I'll have to send you some shit, bro. Like after this, man, because like. We've done some stuff at the Black Diamond Cemetery, which is supposed to be Washington State's like #1 top haunted cemetery, and that's literally like 15-20 minutes up the street from me. And We've caught in so much shit, bro. Like I'll send it to you after the interview.
That's awesome.
But
we got real shit, bro. Real shit.
You got to throw that on your channel. Put out an Unforgiven paranormal video, man.
And we even
watch that.
we even went to when we did this show with Knothead back in December. We stayed in Port Townsend at that Manresa Castle, and that shit is supposed to be haunted. It was on Ghost Adventures and shit, and I mean the whole vibe of that castle / hotel, man, it's crazy.
That's dope, man. Or do you think we'll ever see footage of that, like publicly, or is that just like gonna stay private?
I mean, we have a Facebook page of where all of our stuff is on.
Okay.
I'm gonna send you. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Send me a link. I'll put that in the description so people can see that.
I mean, for skeptics, for skeptics and people that don't believe, I mean, it's whatever. But I mean, it's something that we like to do. We like the thrill of it. We like, we believe in it. I mean, I've had encounters. I mean, people say what you want.
Remember the Western State Sanitarium when it was like broken down in Stillicom? Did you ever go in there at night?
I have.
Whoa.
Dude, that was some haunted ass shit. That was like one of the first times I've like heard. So
going over towards Bremerton and Port Orchard, over in this little town called Olalla, they have an abandoned cemeteries from the 1800s. You literally have to like park your car on the side of the road, go through this trail in the fucking woods, and then you have to hike for like 5 minutes. You go over this little like broken up like bridge of like wood, and then the cemetery is just like right in the middle of these woods, like overgrown bushes, and like the headstones, I mean, some of them are like, crumbled, and some of them are like knocked over, and like there's metal rods sticking out of the ground as place markers where there was headstones.
Dude, that would be a good place to do a video.
Well, hey man, I'm gonna do a shout out and say later, man, but shout out to everybody. Shout out to the Unforgiven Street team. Shout out to your channel. Shout out to Kevin. Shout out to O Dreamer, Doc Gruesome. Shout out to everybody, Lil Maniac, everybody that's on in Servers Click, into the Hellfire Tour, all that, because we're about to do a second string in March. So,
all right, thank you so much, Random, and thanks for squeezing it in before work. It means a lot.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you having us on here, and shouts out to con-crete.
Oh yeah, always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always say that shit every time I see him. I don't even care who's in front of me. I'll just yell it. I'm like,
we gotta. Can't miss that opportunity.
But I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon. All right, man?
Love you too, bro.
Peace, man.
Later.
All right, so Random's gone. We're going to finish out the show with Nivek. Just a few more questions. I kind of wanted to just pick your brain a little bit. What are some Seattle artists that you would want to recommend or talk about that we haven't mentioned yet?
Well, I mean, out of friends and stuff, I would recommend our friends from Raw Royalty. I would recommend my brother, White Bear. I would recommend my homie Tycoon. I would recommend d.strife, obviously. I would recommend Scythe Gang 666. They're more so on the extreme trap shit. So, but I mean, as far as like old school, I mean, Redhead Steve, I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but yeah, Redhead Steve.
That's like old school, Northwest wicked shit. Like,
yeah. And then,
90s?
His homie, JT Funny Money, I don't know if you've ever heard of him. Yeah.
That's
Jesse
awesome.
James Greenwood is what he changed his name to, but yeah, he's dope too. So,
okay, cool. Yeah, I feel like the Northwest is kind of slept on when it comes to like underground wicked shit stuff. Every once in a while.
Sorry.
I was saying every once in a while something busts out, but like usually it's like pretty under wraps.
Yeah, I mean, a really dope producer out of Seattle is the homie D Sane. He's really cool too. I mean, like he's done music in the past. I forgot the name of his group that he had back in the day, but as a producer, as an engineer, that guy is like top notch, phenomenal. You know, same with Maisie from Side Gang 666. She's a good producer, phenomenal engineer as well. So,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
oh, and then Raw Royalty, check them out too.
I think one more worth mentioning because he was at both of your shows is Ludo Lex. Is
I was getting ready to say him too in
Pill-
his group, Pill Brigade.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And it's just cool because, like, I feel like between you guys and him and, like, a few other people, like, the scene's really starting to kind of come together again. Like, where it was kind of quiet for a while.
There's so many people I know, man. Like, let's just say for everybody that's going to watch this, if you're the homie of mine and we've done music, I know you do music, you're more than worth checking out. Like, I know so many damn people, man.
Yeah.
Like, there's a long list of people I could go for fucking days and days, man.
Yeah, for sure. Hell yeah, man. Well, thanks a lot for coming on. I'd love to get you guys back on once you put out that next album. When is that coming, do you think?
So the next album, there's no release date. So that album is gonna be a little bit different than your normal album. We're trying our hardest to do a visual album. So it's going to be basically like a movie within a bunch of fucking music videos.
Cool.
So if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, that's Mission Infected that pretty recently, and Brother Lynch Hung did that. Like, yeah.
It's been done, but it hasn't been done too many times.
Not the way you guys are gonna do it.
But if we have to do that for something different, then so be it, and then we'll just do, a physical release and everything like that, to where it's all digital and all that as well. But yeah, man, like the concept for this album, though, for the visual, is like, it's mind blowing.
Oh, yeah. So, well, like, if you need any help with video or whatever, I'm only an hour away, so just shoot me a message and I can try to make something work.
Off air, I'll let you know the concept. I can't really spoil it. So,
hell yeah, man. Well, people should keep their eyes out because you guys have a lot coming. I can definitely see you guys blowing up. Words going around, and it's exciting. I'm excited to see what's next. So, thanks a lot for coming on.
Hell yeah, man.
All right.
Thank you for the opportunity, man. It's much appreciated.
Of course. All right. Have a good night.
You too.
In this mind is a prison cell. Thought after thought in this living hell. The body's just a vessel of an empty shell. The walls are closing in, no room to yell. Feeling overwhelmed is bad for your health. It's you against yourself, no one to help. Scream and shout, let me out. Scream and shout, let me out. Images and simulations through the looking glass. Erasing all these faded memories of the past. The rise and turn the blind to the stories untold. Drowning in sorrow, leaving you so cold. Aggravate to agitate the feeling inside. Actions amplified like a butterfly effect. Fail worldwide, population disconnect. A silhouette of unkept secrets. And deep into sequence, consumed with grievance.
We don't need your light. Made the sacrifice. All will know in time. Stuck between the ice. We don't need your light. Made the sacrifice. All will know in time. Stuck between the ice. Distance of witness, wholesome, relentless repentance. Category forming alliance through crisis, torn allegory. More than said rebellion, rebellious for antigens. Anti-religious, liquid nitrogen pulsing throughout the cortex. Funnel up and down as a forex. Not knowing what's inside while the rage rising. Roaring, riding out a mental prison. Survival of the fittest, freedom is forbidden. Wasted superstition, activation with the biblical storyline. Granted permission, schizophrenic and get a quarter less than a nickel. Got cut and slice with a sickle, no worry. Pass up the chance for the ridicule. Call me haggard like a gatekeeper, locking in these spells. Bow down, call me scion, and the end is near. Something is coming with an ability for distribution. Close walls in my institution. We don't need your light. All will know in time. Stuck between the ice.